A very warm regards to everyone. My name is and today I'm going to teach you guys uh, about basic of C. So before we start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Let's start. So in today's sessions, we are going to look into about what is coding, and then we are going to see about the introductions of C languages, where we are going to study about how C languages was introduced and where it was created, and why should we learn C languages. Then we are going to look is about some features of C languages. Then we are going to see about the basic structure of C languages. Next, we are going to see about the program development and where we are going to see about how the computer actually understands the code that we put in. So let's start. So first topic which comes is what is coding. So coding is nothing but a medium of exchange between human intelligence and the artificial intelligence. So for example, we are what we are doing is as well coding, right? So what I am doing is I'm putting an input and I'm giving you as in my output. So you are hearing that as your input and processing and giving your output. So in the same way, the human intelligence gives a code, a command to the computer to process. So as well, the so we as humans interact with each other, which either as a medium of language. So in the same way, we can code with computers in the with by using the medium of coding, which is also a language. So to code, we as humans have created a lot of languages like C, C++, Java, JavaScript. But most importantly, it's important that we learn the basic, right? For example, if we don't know how to say ABCD, we don't know how what the meaning of the punctuation marks. So there's no use of using those languages in while coding or while communicating with the computer, right? So moving forward, so we're going to see is about the introduction to C language. So C language is a programming language developed by Dennis in the year 1972 at Bell Laboratories, right? Next is about why should we learn C language. Like so as I said you in the beginning that we have so many languages like JavaScript, PHP, Java. So why should we actually learn C languages? So to answer that question, like many other languages, have borrowed features directly from C language. So it's really important that we learn C language and then we can move forward like Java, PHP, JavaScript, like I told you earlier, right? These are mainly based on C languages, and C++ is mainly a super set of C languages, right? So if a person learns C programming first, it will help him to learn any modern programming languages as well, as I told you earlier, right? As learning C will help them to understand a lot of underlying architectures of the operating systems like pointers, working with memory locations, and etc. Right? So these are all things like pointers, working with memory locations, etc. I'll be teaching you in the later classes, right? So next what we are going to see is about the features of C languages, right? So moving with it. So C is a compiled languages, which means that C has the power to generate mode of source of code, right? So C has its own language to understand the codes, right? Next is a C is a structure language, right? We can see C language is a structure language, which means that which means that while writing the code, we have to be very precise, and while writing the code must be arranged in an order so that the computer can understand, right? Second is C is case sensitive, right? C language is very case sensitive because because it's obvious that, right, we give like we talk, like when we code we need to be very precise, right? So for example, I'm talking to you, I'm very precise to you, right? For example, you understand English, right? And I am giving myself I'm giving an output as English language. So in the same way, right, the computer understands C language. But if we are communicating with the machine in some other languages, so it will be really difficult for the computer to understand, right? So moving forward, C has the ability to extend itself, right? So as the name goes, C we can give codes more than one, right? So C has the ability to extend itself. Next is C is a typed language, of course, right? While we communicate, we are communicating while typing, like I've typed this, and we are also communicating while the medium of seeing, right? But C does not have the ability to hear, right? So you can only type to communicate with while using C language, right? Next is C is very portable. That is, it carries information easily, right? So C, as I told you, it's a basic language and it's very easy for all of us to understand. Moving forward, we are going to learn about the basic structure of C, right? So over here, we can see that this is the basic structure. So what do you mean by basic structure? So this is the structure that we are going to use anywhere while we communicate to the computer by using C languages. That is, while we write code, this sections we have to use. So while writing the code, the first thing that comes is the documentation sections, right? So in the documentation sections, we are going to actually declare to the computer about what the topic is, right? Then we are going to declare. Next is the link sections, where we are going to say the computer that from where are and from where and what we are going to write to the computer. Next is the definition sections, where we are going to define the computer about our code and in the definition sections, it's also for us to understand that what our code is about to be. Next is the global declaration section. So in global declaration sections, we have to declare the computer that from where the code has been put in, right? So okay, we write a code in the main sections, and this is the place where we actually declare our code. And the next thing which comes is the sub-program sections, where the computer actually functions and runs the code, right? Okay, so next which comes is the program development of the code that we put in. So these are the six programs through which the computer understands the input and creates an output uh, and gives out, right? So the computer starts by editing, right? So editing, whenever we put the code, the computer first does is to write the source code, right? So it reads the code that is written. Second, what the computer does is the processor, where the computer actually processes the input that has been put in. Third step, what the computer does is to compile it. So after being processed, the computer revises it again and to see if there is any error in that code, right? So moving forward, the computer does is to link that process. So after the output is ready, so the computer in the fourth step is to create a medium through which it can give out the output, right? So what it does is it creates a link editor, and then it shifts the output to the loader, right, where it loads the program, and then it sends the processor outwards, right? With the same topic, if right, so sometimes if you have seen that your computer or the phone gets hanged, it is because there is a lot of load coming in the loading system, right, which is the fifth step. So whenever problems comes at the fifth step, loading and executing the program gets difficult. So that's why um it is our phone gets hang. So to free the phone, what we do is to clear out, and so that the loading gets fast. So that's it for today's session. I hope you liked the session, and if you have any doubts, don't forget to mail me at this email ID, and you can also find this email ID in the description given below. While going, don't forget to like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel, and see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.